Good evening, Yorktown. It's Supervisor Matt Slater coming to you from Town Hall. It is Monday, November 16th, providing another update regarding COVID-19. Frankly, the numbers continue to climb. And again, this weekend we see another drastic increase. We now have an additional 43 new COVID-19 cases. Those are active, bringing our total active caseload to 113. I want to provide some perspective on this. Last week, November 9th, we began with 46 active cases. The week before that, 33. And here we are now with 113. So the numbers continue to climb. The state of emergency for the town of Yorktown, which was approved unanimously by the town board, remains in place. That was reinstated last week. We are requiring masks at all of our parks, recreational facilities, and in all town buildings. I also signed an executive order, our first of the new state of emergency, once again doubling the litter fine from $500 to $1,000. I want to be very clear. Myself and the entire town board, we want Yorktown to be open. We want our schools to be open. We want our businesses to be open. We want our houses of worship to open. And in order for us to make sure that that continues, that our businesses continue to operate, that our children can continue through the hybrid model of learning that we're seeing in Yorktown and Lakeland, who've done just a tremendous job, by the way. Really tremendous job. If we want to see our houses of worship continue to allow their congregations to worship, then we have to limit the community spread. And going with up to 113 active cases is the complete wrong direction. That's why we issued the state of emergency last week, to bring, again, everyone's attention back to that March mindset. It's not a joke. It's actually happening, and it's really important. And I know people are tired of hearing it. I'm tired of saying it, but it's really important that we get back to that March mindset. Westchester County's numbers also continue to climb, now with 3,515 active cases. Again, perspective, go back 1 week, we were at 2,252 active cases. Again, quite the jump. People often ask about hospitalizations, and I want to go back to the data real quick. The data that we receive from the state, which is disseminated to the county, which is then given to the local municipalities, such as the town of Yorktown, it does not tell us age. It does not tell us hospitalization status. It doesn't tell us if they're asymptomatic or not. It's just straight positive tests. Those people who've tested positive for COVID-19. And one of the questions I get quite frequently is hospitalizations. Westchester County is a 3,100 bed capacity, and that's for the entire county. As of Saturday, that's the latest number that we've been provided. I was on a call just an hour or so ago with our county executive, George Latimer, and other municipal officials. As of Saturday, we had 121 hospitalizations. Now, that may seem low, and it is, especially in comparison to the height of the COVID pandemic that we saw in the spring. But again, look at the trend lines. Look at the perspective. A week ago, we had 79 hospitalizations. 2 weeks ago, 51 hospitalizations. And we start this week with 121. Again, I've said it a million times, the guidelines remain the same. Wear a mask, wash your hands, social distance, 6 feet. And if you don't feel well, stay home. Even if you just think, I'm just a little tired, a little run down, it's really important for us to limit the community spread. And that means making responsible decisions. So no sleepovers, no parties in the parks. All those things have to stop. And I'm not trying to stop us from living our lives, but I'm trying to keep our schools operational. I'm trying to keep our businesses open. I'm trying to keep our houses of worship open as well. Now, we've been through this before. That's why I said again, we've heard it a million times. I've said it a million times. But ultimately, it comes down to our community. To stop the community spread, it takes all of us. It takes social responsibility. Wearing a mask is not a political statement. It is not. Wearing a mask is respect. Respect for the other people you're around. Respect for your neighbors. Respect for your loved ones. And that's why it's so important that we continue to wear a mask. Now, I think that obviously we've done very well with our compliance. I truly mean that. But the numbers continue to rise. And so we have to be very vigilant, especially this week. Again, if we want to keep our schools open, if we want to keep our businesses open, if we want to keep our houses of worship open, I do not have the authority to close or open those businesses or schools. That comes from Albany, the state of New York, and Governor Cuomo. And they are looking at the infection rate zip code by zip code. I do not get the zip code data for our municipality. I am working off of the active caseload that I've shared with you today. I'm working off of the county infection rate, which you can find on the state's website. We are using all the tools we have to help educate you, the residents of Yorktown, to make the best decisions possible for you, your family, and the rest of our community. Again, I know Yorktown. I grew up in this town. We don't back down from a fight, ever. And we're in one right now. So it's going to take all of us. It's going to take a community effort to comply with the guidelines so that we can lessen the spread. The second surge is clearly here. Again, 43 new cases just in the town of Yorktown. Our active caseload is now toppled over to 113. I say it one more time. I'm a parent. I've got a child in one of our elementary schools who loves going to school. You want to keep our schools open? Comply with the guidelines. You want to continue to go to our small businesses? Comply with the guidelines. You want to continue to go to St. Pat's? You want to continue to go to your churches, your synagogues? Comply with the guidelines. And it's going to take all of us as a community. So please, again, wear a mask, wash your hands, practice social distancing, and if you don't feel well, stay home and contact your healthcare provider immediately to take the next steps properly. As always, I've been dedicated to providing accurate and verified information to every resident of Yorktown. And we've consistently done that as that information has come to our fingertips. And so when we get more information in the coming days, I will gladly, even if it's not good news, provide that information to you. Again, it's about a mindset, quoting our police chief, Robert Noble. It's about a mindset. And right now, that mindset needs to be the same mindset we had in March. I know we can do it. I have confidence in this community. I grew up in this community, so I know how we tick. And so again, wear a mask, wash your hands, practice social distancing, and if you're not feeling well, stay home and contact your medical provider. Until next time, we'll continue to provide accurate and verified information. Stay well, Yorktown. Stay safe.